What's going on, y'all? It's Steve here. I saw a video from Atozi. Um, if I'm butchering his name, I do apologize for that. I don't mean any disrespect at all. But there was a video that I saw earlier today from Atozi, talking about a dude going homeless just for simping over Pokimane, or you know so-called Pokimane, because you know the person that this dude was talking to um really wasn't Pokimane. um this was more of like an AI, you know version of Pokimane. And dude, he got scammed. Like, he got scammed big time. And this dude, man, he was sending money to, Pokimane, right? And, because of that, because this dude was simping hard for Pokimane, right? Because again, you know, this wasn't Pokimane that this guy was talking to. This was a fake account, right? This was like a made up Pokimane account that this dude was following, right? So he gives Pokimane money, right? And because of that, he goes homeless. Here's what I have to say about this, because I just want to say this, because we are now living in a time where, you know, a lot of men, not all men, but we do live in a time where a lot of men are, in fact, looking and chasing for love online. And really, to be honest with you, if you're somebody, whether you're a man or a woman, and you're looking and or well, you're looking and also chasing for love online, it you might as well just stop it right there, because not only do you have scammers online impersonating as other people, but you also have people, you have people creating these dating apps, right? And you have people, creating accounts for these dating apps, and these people, they don't get no response at all from anybody, right? And my thing is, like, you know if you want to look for love offline. Don't look for it online. Okay? Because and the reason why I say that is because you got to be very careful with who you're talking to. You got to be very careful with who you're following, right? And you also got to be careful with who is sending you follow requests, right? Because I will say this, right? I will admit this. This has happened to me, right? There's been a point in my life where I was chasing and looking for love online, and it did in fact cost me. It didn't cost me as bad as this dude right now, who's homeless on the street with no money, but it did cost me, because I've been following supposedly women online, right? And those women weren't real women, right? So this has happened to me, and I had to I had to I had to set a boundary for myself. I had to set a personal boundary for myself, and I had to tell myself, like, listen, man, this ain't working. You know, you keep setting yourself up to get screwed over, you know, financially, mentally, emotionally, you know, instead of you just trying to look and chase for love online, you know, get yourself together first, you know, build yourself up first, build yourself up financially, you know, build yourself up mentally, spiritually, you know, build yourself up emotionally. And then, you know, then you go look for love once you're ready. You know, this is what I tell myself, you know. And, you know, to all the fellas out there that are watching this, you know, well, ladies too, because it's not just fellas, but it's ladies too. For all of the men and women that are watching this video, right? Please, please, please be careful with the people that you're talking to online, okay? You know, and not only that, but also be wary of the people, be wary of random people that send you follow requests, right? Because 9 times out of 10, those people that send you, those random people that send you follow requests, 9 times out of 10 are not the people that you're actually talking to. 9 times out of 10, those are actually the scammers that you're talking to. Okay. And that's what happened to this dude. Okay. You know, this dude, you know, he was simping for Pokimane, supposedly, right? You know, simping for Pokimane, you know, he gave Pokimane, you know, so much money that, you know, it costed him financially. And dude went homeless. And not only that, but I think he's been staying at hospitals just for shelter, right? And I mean, I feel bad, but at the same time, I don't feel bad. And the reason why I feel bad for this dude is because he's homeless, right? And I know what y'all gonna say. Oh well, Steve, he brought that on himself, which I'm not disagreeing with that. I'm not disagreeing with that. He did bring it on himself. But at the same time, too, I do feel bad for homeboy because, you know, he has no home and he's broke. But you know, at the same time, too, I don't feel bad because, you know, dude, you know, he should have paid attention to the red flags when he was talking to Pokimane, right? This dude should have paid attention to all of the red flags. You know, there was a moment where this dude, he had like a strange gut feeling, you know, when he was talking to Pokimane, right? Because again, this wasn't Pokimane that he was talking to, right? So I'm doing, you know, the whole quotation thing, right? So, you know, so dude, there was a point where dude did in fact had like a natural instinct where he was like, you know, because there was one moment he said that you know, Pokimane needed $70, and you know, he asked himself a question like, you know, why does Pokimane need $70 when she's rich, right? So, you know, there was a natural instinct right there from homeboy, you know, and he should have followed that natural instinct. But, you know, I guess when you're deeply in love with somebody that, you know, you don't even know, and that, you know, you're talking to online, right? And you haven't even met this person face to face, right? You know, it's, you know, it's there's going to be a lot of problems happening, right? Especially if you don't, especially if it's, you know, somebody that's, you know, scamming you, right? You know, people got to be careful, man. I'm just saying this. I'm gonna just say this. People got to be careful. with who they're talking to. People got to be careful with who they're following, right? Because everybody that you see online is not real, right? Most of these people that you see online, most of them are scam artists, right? Most of them are catfishers, right? So, you got to be very careful, man. You got to be very careful. And, because, again, this happened to me, right? This happened to me. And I'm not afraid to admit this, right? I'm man enough to admit this because this has happened to me. And, again, I had to set a personal boundary for myself to, stop this shit, right? And people just be careful, man. Just be careful with who you're talking to. If somebody sends you a follow request and you follow them right back and they immediately respond to you, be very wary of that, right? Be very wary of that. Especially like if it's a random person that sends you a follow request, whether if it's on Facebook or on Instagram, even I could say even on WhatsApp, right? Because there's some scammers on WhatsApp too, right? Be very, very careful, man. Be very careful because now we live in a time where these scammers, man, they're getting smarter day by day, and if these people, right, if these people ask you for money, don't send it to them. Do not send it to them by any circumstances, right? Don't send them your money. Don't send them. I don't care if they ask you $5, $1, $12, $100, $1,000. Don't send them nothing, right? Do not send them nothing. Okay, and to the dude that ended up homeless because of Pokimane, right? Brother, I do wish you the very best, right? I do wish you the best. But at the same time, too, I gotta keep it real with you, bro. You should have paid attention to the signs, man. You should have paid attention to the signs. You should have been very wary. You should have known what was up. Your antennas should have went up, bro. Because let's be honest, man, because when it comes to like OnlyFans and when it comes to like these Instagram chicks that love to show off their assets, whether if it be their breast or their thighs or their butt, it always be the good looking chicks too, right? A lot of these chicks, man, they send you all types of photos, and they tell you like, hey, come DM me here, come DM me there, and then you DM them, and these chicks never respond back. And I was also in that phase of my life too, where I was doing that, and I put a stop to that too. And I'm gonna be real with y'all, man. It's very hard to get out of that. You gotta you gotta you have to set certain boundaries for yourself to get yourself out of that stage in your life, man. But yeah, man, please, people, don't, please be careful. Please be careful with who you're talking to online. Okay? Be careful with who you're talking to online. Okay? Because we live in the scammer age. We live in the age of AI, right? And, you know, it's this world, man, this world that we're living in, it's a very dangerous world. It is a very dangerous world. But yo, man, I am going to put the link to the video by Atozy in the description box below, talking about the homeless man ending up in the street because he sent for Pokimane, or Pokimane supposedly, right? So yeah, man, people, just be careful. Men, women, be careful. If you're somebody that's, scrolling online, looking and chasing for love, you know, going online is not the best option. It really isn't. I've been there, done that. It's depressing, right? It's so depressing. You get little to no results when you do it. Even, again, with these scammers, please be careful when it comes to these scammers. Be very careful, be very wary. Pay attention to the signs, right? Because, we're living in a new age right now. We're living in a new demonic age. And it's not going to get any better. It's going to get worse. But that's it. That's all I got to say. Let me know what y'all think down in the comment section below. And if you enjoyed the video, hit the like button, subscribe, share the video. And I'm out. I love y'all. Peace.